everybody! I'm here today to tell you about 15 driving hacks that you need to be aware of. These are 15 hacks that are great for driving, and if you're aware of them, it just makes your driving life a whole lot better and a whole lot easier. Let's get right into the video. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet because I could easily drag this video on for like half an hour, but I'm going to try and keep it nice and short and sweet and get right to the point. Number one, take a picture of where you parked. It'll save you from looking for your car afterwards. Now, obviously, this isn't as crucial if you're just going to the grocery store, but if you're going to a place where you park somewhere and then you have to walk a distance elsewhere to get to the location, you can easily lose track 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 hours later of where you parked. Just take a picture of your car's location with a landmark somewhere, and it just makes it much easier. Wow, that's a nice exhaust story about that. It just makes it much easier to figure out where you parked later. Number two, park facing the sun for a free defrost. If you live somewhere where it's cold or where it snows, if you park facing where the sun will be on your windshield, it's going to defrost your windshield for free. So that means less ice scraping, and you can just turn on your windshield wipers after and it gets rid of the ice, okay? The ice might still be on the windshield, but it'll have a thin layer of water beneath it, which will just sort of wash right off. Number three, use apps to avoid traffic, okay? Back in the day, you would know the special route. My parents would tell me they would know the best route to work. Nowadays, you don't need to know any routes. Put it in your GPS on an app on your phone, and it's going to tell you how to get there fastest. I've saved probably well over, hundreds of hours in waiting in traffic just in the last couple years, just by consistently using apps. Even when I drive to work every day, wherever I'm driving, if I know the route, I still put it in an app because I might save 5-7 minutes every day just based on the best route on that day. Number four, use a reflection of the car beside you for parking. So when you're reverse parking, okay, if you actually look at the car beside you, you can see, as long as the car is decently clean, you can see from the reflection on that car where your rear bumper is. And that reflection is almost like a mirror that's going to show you, when you're parking. Obviously, if you have a rear view camera, you don't need it as much. Like on my other SUV, I have a rear view camera, but on this car, I don't. So I always use the car beside me when I'm reverse parking to see where my rear bumper is. Okay, number five, use the Dutch reach method to avoid opening the door into cyclists, okay? So when I open the door, I don't open it like this. This is how most people open the door, and this is how sometimes you'll open the door potentially on a cyclist or another car or an animal. It doesn't matter. It's just dangerous. The Dutch reach method is very simple. You take your opposite hand. So the door is on my left side. I take my right hand. I reach over my left side and I grab the door handle. That forces me to look at my mirror. Guess what? I can see that there's no cyclist. And as I'm opening the door, I can check my blind spot over here. Very simple. So by reaching over and opening the door, it basically reduces the likelihood massively that you're going to hit anything or cause any damage. Number six, don't brake if your tire blows out. If you're in the unfortunate situation where your tire is going to blow out, don't brake. Ease off the gas, okay? If you brake, it might cause you to get into a skid, which is very dangerous. Just ease off the gas instead. 2 hands on the steering wheel, nice firm grip to maintain control. Number seven, always keep your headlights on. I drive with my headlights on all the time. Daytime, nighttime, any other time. I don't know what the other options are other than day and night, but basically, anytime, keep your headlights on. When your headlights are on, at nighttime, they help you see. But when you keep them on during the daytime, they help other cars see you, which will reduce the likelihood that someone gets into an accident with you, okay? It's very simple. You want to be seen as well as you want to see when you're driving. Your headlights help you with both of those. Number eight, use the parking brake regularly. If you're driving a manual car, I hope that you use the parking brake all the time, or else you might find your car on the road, okay? But if you're driving an automatic car, every time you put the car in park, you want to use the parking brake. Even on a flat surface. Right now, for instance, I'm on a flat surface, okay? My parking brake is on. My car's in park. I'll release it so you can hear. There it is, and I'll crank it back up again. Just like that. Always have your parking brake on when you have your car parked. Just make it a habit. It's as simple as that. There's a whole slew of reasons why, but just make it a habit. Number nine, speeding is basically pointless. Yeah, I know you have an urgency or a desire to speed when you're in a rush. You're in a rush while driving, so you want to speed. It's basically pointless. I'll tell you why. Let's say I speed past 15 cars, and then we all arrive at the same red light. We're all reset to the same position. So even though I sped and I weaved through traffic, we're all basically in the same position. Or I speed through a light, like I speed past these cars, I stop at a red light, and then because I'm waiting at the red light, all those cars that I sped past end up catching up. You'll realize that if you work out, speeding on an hour drive, you might save a couple minutes. It's not worth it. Just leave a couple minutes earlier. It's as simple as that. Number 10, get your reverse lights on before you start to move. So when you're reversing, you want to push the brake, get the car in reverse and wait with those reverse lights on and don't move yet. Because if you start moving, that's when there's going to be a problem. When you start moving is when you can cause an accident, when you can hit someone, when you can hit something. But if you wait, you put the car in reverse and you wait a couple seconds with your reverse lights on while stopped, everyone around you will see your reverse lights on and they will know you're going to reverse. So that means that if you didn't spot a pedestrian, they're probably getting out of the way. And I'll tell you, this has happened to me before, okay? Where I'm walking in a parking lot with my kids, okay? Mind you, so I'm on high alert. And someone puts their car in reverse, okay? And like they put their car in reverse when I'm there with the kids, and they don't see me there. So I see their reverse lights come on. I'm already darting out of the way with the kids. And there have been a handful of times, where they start moving, and if I hadn't taken my kids out of there, they would have, come close to injuring me and my kids. So, and believe me, I as a father, I told those people what I needed to tell them. You better open your eyes before I open them for you. It's as simple as that, okay? And that's what I'm saying. You need to do this because, believe me, you don't want to tick off a father like me. Let's just keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyways, all joking aside, get your reverse lights on, let them stay on for a couple seconds before you start moving, because this way, in case you didn't see anyone, and do your due diligence and look for people, look all around your car, but in case you didn't see anyone, they can get out of the way. And thankfully, people have done this when I've been walking through parking lots with and without my kids, even when I'm alone, and it might have really saved us from any potential injury or anything worse than that. Okay, anyways, let's move on. That was a long time with that one. Number 11. Use your head as a key fob antenna. I didn't believe this one until I started using it regularly. If you put your key fob, you're trying to lock your car, unlock your car, and it's not working because your car's too far away. I think here's the same car with a nice exhaust. Yeah, sounds beautiful. Basically, I love Volkswagens, and that sounds like a remix exhaust. It's like, maybe in the future I'll end up getting one. We'll see. Anyways, put your key fob against your chin and then push the lock or unlock button. It uses your head as an antenna and it extends the range. It actually works. It's unbelievable. Number 12, watch what trucks do, because they have better vision than you. Not necessarily better vision like eye vision, but they have better sight. So if you see a truck, you're driving on the highway and you see a truck start to brake, that means that truck can see further up ahead, and there's a reason that they're braking. So maybe they see an accident further up ahead or an obstruction further up ahead, and then they brake. So if you see a truck braking, then be on high alert that you're probably going to have to brake as well. If you see, whatever you see them do, be on high alert that they know what's going on. Basically, number 13. I don't know why I said basically. That was just to blow off time. Number 13, know when your wheels are straight. So there's a little simple trick for this. You get your steering wheel, turn it all the way to the right until it locks in place, okay? Just like that. Then turn it all the way to the left until it locks in place, and count the number of turns. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 turns. And most cars will have those same number of turns. So if you want to figure out when your wheels are straight, go all the way to the left or to the right. Cut that number of turns in half. 3 turns cut in half is 1.5 turns. So I'm all the way to the left. I'm going to turn 1.5 turns to the right. Okay, so 1.5. My wheels are straight because I took the full range of left to right, which is 3 full turns of the steering wheel. And if I cut it in half, that gives me my halfway point, which are when my wheels are straight. So turn all the way to one direction or the other. Turn that half number, which was 1.5 in my case, and your wheels are straight. Pretty cool little trick right there, a little hack right there. Number 14, following traffic rules makes you less likely to get into an accident or get a ticket. Anyone can get into an accident. You could be driving, you could be the best, most competent, safest driver in the world, and someone can just come and drive into your car. It can happen. But if you follow the traffic rules, your likelihood of getting into an accident goes way, way, way down, which is precisely why insurance companies will charge a higher insurance premium for someone that has many tickets for not following traffic rules. They know that they're a higher risk driver for getting into an accident. It's as simple as that. Follow the traffic rules, you're less likely to get into an accident and less likely to get a ticket. last but not least on this list is number 15, which is to keep your inner windshield clean. Your windshield, your front windshield has an outside and an inside. With the inside, you want to keep it clean, and I'll tell you why. When it's sunny outside, okay, if your windshield is not clean, then what happens is the sun ends up just caking onto that dirt on the inside of the windshield, which actually basically hinders your vision. You can't see through it. So what you should do is, in my opinion, whenever you clean your car and you clean the interior of your car, just, get your windshield and just clean it with some glass cleaner. Very simple. And clean it twice, I recommend. The first time, you're probably going to clean it, but you're probably going to smudge a lot of that dirt and that film on and around the windshield. When you clean it the second time, it's going to really take it off. Do it regularly. I don't clean my car often, but I definitely clean my windshield at least once every few weeks. I don't clean the interior of my car once every few weeks, but I make it a point to just clean the windshield, because you won't know until the sun is shining on your windshield and you can't see anything. And you're like, oh wait, and it's too late. Okay? So you really want to make sure that you clean your windshield, the inside of it, regularly. And that's it. Those are 15 driving hacks that you need to be aware of. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.